everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akansha Tiwari. I'm teaching psychology in City International School. Welcome everyone in this live session. I hope I make this session fruitful for you all. So, before starting my topic, I'll give short introduction about what is psychology because many of you don't know anything about psychology. So, psychology is basically it's a study of mental processes, experiences, and behavior. You know, it's a scientific study of mind and behavior, including conscious and unconscious phenomena, as well as feeling, thinking, etc. Right? So, psychologists explore behavior and mind, including cognition, intelligence, emotions, behavior, motivation, thought process, subjective experiences, and your personality, your brain functioning, and many more. Now, next is what is the importance of psychology? Basically, why we study psychology? What is the importance of psychology? So, before explaining this, I would like to conduct very small activity with you all. So, are you ready, guys? Come on, it's very interesting. Okay, take out your pen, paper, pencil, or message me anything you want. Just write down few sentences about yourself. Who are you? But very quickly, huh? And remember, I'm really not interested in your name, in your family background, favorite song, food, anything like that. Just write few sentences about yourself. Thank you, Kamla ma'am. Thank you, Archit sir. Hello. Okay, very quickly, guys. I hope it's not very difficult. Good afternoon, Avi. Okay, many of you find it difficult. I know that. Okay, now how funny is this that we are always ready to write thesis about other person and it's hardly take time, but when it comes to you, you find it difficult. How funny, how silly is this, right? Like after a long time, 30, 40, 18, 16, whatever your age is, you don't know yourself, but you are very confident about others. Here psychology helps you. Psychology, its main concern is that first you understand yourself, only then you are able to understand other person. It's help you to understand your personality, your behavior, your strength, your weaknesses, and obviously when you know yourself, it definitely build up your confidence, your self-esteem. It helps you to improve your communication skills, improve your relationships. It helps you to understand why person behave in a particular way. You understand their behavior, you understand your cognition, your attention span, right? So it helps you to learn different tricks to understand your attention, to learn things quickly, to minimize forgetting. It also help you to adapt your environment and mold it according to your comfort, mold it according to your need, right? And manipulate things. Manipulation here it not means in a negative sense, right? It also help you to control, understand, and regulate your emotions as well as others and what not. So I hope I'm clear with this, that what is psychology, what is the importance of psychology. Okay, now I'm going to start my topic, that is psychodynamic approach. Psychodynamic approach was given by Sigmund Freud. He's my favorite. So he gives so many concepts. I'll explain only two concepts here. First, conscious level of consciousness, and second is ego defense mechanism. So there are three levels of consciousness. First is conscious, second is subconscious, and third is unconscious. Okay, it includes thinking, feeling, motivations, actions, emotions of which you are aware. Like whatever I'm doing right now, whatever I'm thinking right now, even whatever you are doing or whatever you are thinking right now, you are aware of that. This is your conscious state. This is your awareness state, right? Now next is subconscious. It includes your mental process, thinking, emotions, of which you become aware only if you attend it closely. Confused? I know that. Okay. For example, your subconscious mind is like a waiting room, right? Right now you're not aware about your phone number, but if somebody asks you about your phone number, that phone number comes from your subconscious mind to your conscious mind. I hope now it's clear now. Okay. Next is unconscious mind. Basically, it includes your feelings, thoughts, emotions, actions, memories from which we are not aware at all. And this unconscious mind is a source of your, it's a source of your behavior. It contains all sort of conflicts, sexual desires, your unpleasant experiences, everything. And definitely these unpleasant feelings we don't want that come in our unconscious mind, so we always keep them out of our conscious level because they are too threatening to acknowledge, right? So next is ego defense mechanism, right? Now, ego defense mechanism is a way to reduce your anxiety by distorting reality. Clear? We use ego defense mechanism to reduce our anxiety, and this defense mechanism we use in our everyday life, right? Like there are so many types of defense mechanism. I'll explain few of them. First is denial. This is the most common defense mechanism we use in our everyday life. Like in this, person totally refuse to accept reality. Like if I'm a smoker and somebody asks me, I totally refuse to accept that I'm smoking, right? Addiction is the most common example of denial. Like if you ask addicted person that you are addicted, he totally refused to accept that he is addicted. Clear? Now next is projection. In this, you project your feelings, you